as all other cryptocurrencies are, were meant to be decentralized pieces of technology. Regulation would be very hard for these things, won't it?
Actually, I disagree with, a lot of people say that Bitcoin is totally decentralized. Actually, it is not. Without the miners, can you actually run Bitcoin? No. So what has really happened with cryptocurrencies is the centralization authorities have changed. So where we talk about earlier the banks and the stock exchanges, we are not talking about say the miners or the node operators. It's just a different form of centralization. So they are not truly decentralized. I don't think anything in the world can be truly decentralized. You need
Of
somebody
course.
to be part of that process to validate
Right.
transactions. So no, I
Right.
don't think it is totally decentralized as it is meant.
But speaking of the common man, there are also increasing amount of reports that say that India is planning on using the blockchain technology to create the digital rupee, CBDCs basically. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do keep reading about such speculation. There are many countries in the world working on it, but again, that doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
Cryptocurrencies were created for solving a completely different problem. And trying to say now that the central banks will start using crypto, it actually makes no sense to me. It is like you're taking something which was built for complete decentralized financing in the world and then saying that the central banks will use decentralized finance. It makes absolutely no sense. The current system where the central bank creates fiat currency and then the banks use fractional banking to actually create credit in the economy. You cannot replicate that system with a blockchain. In a blockchain, you can only issue what is the actual currency being used. You can't then inflate it using fractional banking. So these two concepts, according to me, don't make much sense together.
Right. The volatility of Bitcoin is often heralded as one of its greatest demerits. A lot of people think it's not going anywhere because of the fluctuations in the value. Why do you think Bitcoin's value is fluctuating at the moment? Do you think there is a stable region anytime in the near future?
No, because there's too many speculators now in that market. Again, it was created to be an alternative medium of exchange, but today everybody is looking at it like some investment in which you will double your money, triple your money, or make your money 100x. So it is completely in the grip of speculators. And unless the speculators
Right.
leave this market, the volatility is not going away anywhere.
Right.
And that is why we are also seeing the rise of stable coins, which are saying, okay, we are pegged. In fact, I would say the biggest disruption is going to be Facebook's DM project, which is likely to come out anytime soon. And the
Right. Right.
ecosystem that they would probably be able to build around it, that would be the biggest threat to the government's fiat systems. But unfortunately, no
Right.
one's yet talking in that direction. That's where I
Can
feel
you
the
tell
real
us?
danger. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Can you tell us
So
something more? Yeah.
I'll give you a very simple example. So when Facebook initially announced this concept, it was called as the Libra project, and it was sort of like a company creating its own money. So naturally, there was a lot of resistance. A lot of governments spoke against it. So Facebook then tweaked the project. Now it is called the DIEM or the DM project. So what they are saying is they will issue stable coins against four currencies: the US dollar, Singapore dollar, the Japanese yen, and the euro. And now look at it. Facebook controls a very large ecosystem because of WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. They today control the thoughts and attention of billions of people. Now just imagine that I am a normal Indian sitting and I am teaching people Hindi online. And somebody in another country is learning from me. I am teaching them through one of these platforms of Facebook. And I'm receiving money also through DM. Why would I ever need to convert that DM into rupees? If I'm able to buy and sell things on Instagram and all using the DM project. So what would then happen is you would have a parallel country starting off, a completely virtual country where millions of people would be regularly earning and spending money, and the governments would not be able to tax it anymore. In fact, Facebook would be able to tax us by
Right.
way of a small transaction fee. And that I believe is the biggest threat that we are looking at, where a private company is going to become more powerful than countries put together. And that is the real big danger that nobody is looking at.
So, what are the governments reacting to the Libra project? What are their views on it?
So as of right now, nothing, because Facebook has now completely changed the project, and now they're saying they're simply going to do stable coins against four fiat currencies. So that basically makes it very difficult for any country to say anything against it. But then, what is to stop Facebook from going back to the earlier vision of Libra? Once these four stable coins do well, they could then immediately come out with their own based on what they had initially planned. And by then, it will be too late for any government to react to this. Plus, I
Right.
believe the
Okay.
government are so focused on the COVID fight right now that they are obviously not able to give their attention to other issues like this.
Right. So, there have been again a lot of speculations that banning private cryptocurrencies in India might mean that India is planning on launching their own cryptocurrency, their own native cryptocurrency. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it wouldn't be a native cryptocurrency because by definition, a cryptocurrency is something which is not issued by a government. That's the definition of it. So we cannot say it will be government cryptocurrency. No, then it will be either called as a central bank digital currency, or it could be called as a stable coin. It cannot be called as a cryptocurrency. I mean, if you look at definitions point of view. But the concept of RBI starting this, I am totally in favor of. So in fact, I wrote this open letter to the government on a lot of social media platforms telling the government that why shouldn't the RBI come out with this? You know, we have 500, 600 districts in our country. Each of the districts can hold a node, and the Reserve Bank of India can then set this INR on the blockchain, and it will actually lead to massive benefits. In fact, I am of the opinion that we should not have so many taxes. Imagine if you shut down income tax, GST, and everything and replace it with a transaction tax, a small amount that every time money moves, the government takes a small amount out of it. Nobody will need to file even income tax returns anymore. Everything becomes easier, and I believe the government's revenues will actually go up, and almost everybody in our country will end up paying this tax, and not just a very small percentage of people who are paying the taxes today. So I'm strongly in favor of the RBI coming out with something like that and link it to everyone's Aadhaar. We don't need separate bank accounts and wallets. I have an Aadhaar number, link it, make that my blockchain address, and then let me do everything on that particular token. So I'm strongly in favor of it.